You are standing on the dock at Padang Bai with your backpack, watching the last ferry to Lombok pull away without you. The counter clerk shrugs. Tomorrow's boats are full. The weather is turning, and the one after that might not run at all. That is a lost day, a lost hotel booking on the other side, and a scramble for a room in a port town that was never part of the plan. Book the right ferry, on the right app, in the right class, and none of this happens to you. The app is Pelni for the long routes, ASDP for the short one, and there is one word at the counter that gets you a straight answer about whether the boat is actually leaving today. Most travelers treat Indonesian ferries like buses. Show up, buy a ticket, get on. That is the wrong model. Ferries here are more like small domestic flights that happen to float. Seats sell out, weather cancels routes, and the two big operators run on different apps for different distances. Once you see it that way, the whole thing gets simple. You are not showing up and hoping. You are booking a specific boat on a specific app and then confirming the morning of that it is actually going. The wrong mental model is there is always another ferry. Sometimes there is, often there isn't. On the busy short routes, Bali to Lombok, Bali to Java, boats leave frequently but fill up in high season and cancel in bad weather. On the long routes between bigger islands, a Pelni ship might only run that route once or twice a week. Miss it, and you are waiting days, not hours. The other thing worth knowing, the two operators are split by distance. ASDP runs the short crossings, the workhorse ferries between neighboring islands. Pelni runs the long-haul ships, the ones that spend a night or two at sea and stop at multiple ports. Different apps, different ticket types, different rules. Book on the wrong one and you are looking at an empty search results screen, wondering why the country has no ferries. 6 moves. Do them in this order. Step 1. Figure out which operator you need before you open any app. Short hop between neighboring islands, an hour or two on the water? That is ASDP. Long crossing between bigger islands, overnight or longer? That is Pelni. If you search ASDP for a boat from Jakarta to Makassar, you will find nothing, and you will assume the route does not exist. It does. It is just on Pelni. Step 2. Download the right app and book ahead. For short routes, ASDP Ferry Mobile. For long routes, the Pelni app. Both are on the App Store and Google Play. If neither app cooperates with your foreign card, Traveloka handles a lot of the same ferries and is friendlier to international payment methods. Book at least a couple of days out in low season, a week or more in high season, meaning July, August, and the weeks around Christmas and Lebaran. Step 3. Pick your class deliberately. On a short ASDP crossing, there is not much to choose. You are on the boat for an hour or two. Economy is fine. Expect around 50,000 Indonesian rupiahs, which is roughly $3 US. On a long Pelni run, the class actually matters. Economy is a shared deck with a lot of people and a lot of hours. A cabin on a 2-night sailing can run over 1 million rupiahs, meaning around $65, and on a long trip that is the difference between arriving rested and arriving wrecked. Pay it. Step 4. The morning of travel, confirm the boat is running. Weather cancels ferries here, especially in the rainy season, which runs roughly November through March. Call the port, message the operator through the app, or ask at the counter. The word that gets you a straight answer is berangkat, pronounced berangkat, meaning depart. Kapal berangkat hari ini? Is the ship leaving today? A yes is a yes. A shrug or a mungkin, maybe, is your signal to have a backup plan. Step 5. Get to the port earlier than you think. An hour before departure for short routes, 90 minutes for long ones. Ports like Padang Bai and Gilimanuk get chaotic. You will need to find the right dermaga, the pier, for your specific boat, and the signage is not built for tourists. Show your booking to a staff member, say, dermaga mana, which pier, and follow the pointing finger. Step 6. Once you are on board, find the life jackets before you sit down. Not because something is going to go wrong, but because on the older ASDP boats the safety briefing is minimal and you want to know where your jacket is stored before you need it. 10 seconds of looking, then you sit down and enjoy the crossing. That is the whole system. She is going from Bali to Lombok in late July. She booked ASDP on the app 3 days ahead, economy, a fast boat out of Padang Bai. The morning of, she messages the operator, "Kapal berangkat hari ini?" The reply comes back, "Yes, on time." She gets to the port 90 minutes early. Padang Bai is loud, hot, and full of people who all seem to know exactly where they are going. She does not. She finds a staff member in a uniform, shows the booking on her phone, and asks, "Dermaga mana?" He points. She walks that direction. On board, before she finds a seat, she does a slow look around for the life jackets. Spots them stored above the bench along the wall. Then she sits. Halfway through the crossing, an announcement comes over the speakers in Indonesian only. She does not understand a word of it. The woman next to her, seeing her face, mimes, "Delay, 20 minutes, arriving." She nods, says, "Terima kasih," and settles back in. 20 minutes late is not a problem when you built a buffer into the day. One bonus worth knowing: if you are traveling with a motorbike or a car, ASDP handles vehicle tickets on the same app, but you book the vehicle separately from the passenger. 2 bookings, 1 boat. Travelers miss this constantly and end up at the port with a passenger ticket and no way to get their bike on board. 4 words. Learn them in the taxi on the way to the port. Kapal, ship or ferry, the general word for the vessel. Kapal ke Lombok, ship to Lombok, is enough to get a pointing finger at any port. Berangkat, depart. This is the word from step 4, the one that gets you a straight answer about whether today's boat is actually going. Jadwal, schedule. Jadwal kapal, the ship's schedule, gets you the printed times or a screen showing them. Dermaga, pier or dock, the word you use at the port to find your specific boat. Dermaga mana? Which pier? And someone will point. 4 words. That is the whole vocabulary set for this situation. Here is the version you screenshot. Short route, book ASDP. Long route, book Pelni. Book days ahead in high season. Pay for a cabin on overnight boats. Confirm berangkat the morning of. Arrive early, find the life jackets. That is the whole video on one screen. You now know how to book the right Indonesian ferry on the right app in the right class, and how to walk onto the boat that morning knowing it is actually leaving, instead of watching it pull away from the dock. The country rewards travelers who plan 2 moves ahead and quietly punishes the ones who assume it works like home. One more thing. You noticed how much of this came down to 4 words at the counter. Kapal, berangkat, jadwal, dermaga. A little Bahasa Indonesia goes a very long way here. I made a video on the best ways to learn it, including a lazy method most travelers have never heard of. There is a card popping up on the right of your screen now. Tap that.